Welcome to Marathon for new players. You start the game with just one shield, but you can add an extra one to increase your survivability. When you are looting or building your loadout, look for this shield icon. This is the item that gives you an additional shield square. You equip it in the in-class section of your loadout. Adding a second shield makes a huge difference in how long you can stay alive, so make sure you pick one up whenever you find it or add it before starting a run. Speaking of surviving longer, make sure you pay attention to your implants. This gives your runner passive buffs like fall resistance, damage resistance, stronger hardware and software, and protection against physical or electrical attacks. Whenever you find implants while looting, pick them up. One important tip: avoid reading long item descriptions while you're in a match. That's a self-made trap that gets new players killed all the time. If an enemy catches you standing still reading, you are done. Instead, wait until you're Exfil and then take your time reading the description in your vault or loadout. You can still check them in-game, but doing it during a fight or while moving through danger will get you eliminated fast. The same idea applies to weapons. When you find a new guy, your first instinct might be to stop and read every detail about his stats and damage, but doing that in the middle of a match will leave you completely exposed. Instead of reading the full description, just take a quick look at the bottom right corner of the weapon card. That icon tells you what type of ammo it uses. If you recognize the symbols, great. You will know right away whether you can use the weapon. If you don't recognize it, or if you don't have the right ammo, either pick up the ammo when you find it or just grab a different weapon for now. Save the detailed reading for later. Always keep an extra consumables in your backpack. They protect you from different hazards. Just like patch kits heals you and shield charges refill your shields, our consumables use the same wheel and are color-coded. Open the consumable wheel with the button shown on your screen and pick what you need. If you don't cover a hazard, your health will drain quickly. So use the correct item when you see the one in effect on your screen. And if you don't have the right consumable, patch kits can help you recover afterward. The user interface shows which system is affected, like toxins, mechanical damage, or electronic interference. So you always know which consumable to use. Always keep an eye of your stamina bar. If you notice it shifting from white to red, that means your body is generating too much heat and needs to cool down. Marathon handles stamina differently from most games. Your bar doesn't drain, it builds heat instead. Running, using abilities, and certain attachments all increase that heat. If you push too hard, you will overheat and lose mobility at the worst possible moment. When you're fighting bots, remember they're manageable as long as you approach them carefully. A few bots on their own are easy to deal with, but things get dangerous when there are too many of them, or when other runners show up at the same time. If you're alone, surviving those situations become extremely difficult. Bots can be very aggressive. They like to push forward, close the distance, and surround you fast. Don't stand still. Use your running abilities to reposition, dodge, and keep moving so you are not an easy target. And don't forget your melee weapon, your knife. It is essential when you run out of ammo. If that happens, don't panic. Keep moving with every swing to avoid incoming shots while you take enemies down one by one. If you want to play safer and avoid unnecessary danger, always ask yourself why you're entering a building in the first place. Fighting isn't the goal, especially early on when your character isn't strong yet. Focus on completing your objectives. A good rule of thumb is infiltrate, finish your contract as quickly as you can, and exfil. If you die, you lose everything, you lose it. So staying focused on the objective is the safest way to progress, and it saves you loot. Wish you can managing your inventory. Your inventory, also known as your vault, can fill up quickly. Once it reaches limit, any extra item you pick up will be placed in a section called overflow. When that happens, you will need to solve some items from your vault to make space for the new ones. To solve an item, just hover over it and hold the button shown on your screen. For me, that's F key on keyboard, but yours might be different depending on your setup. You can expand your inventory by upgrading it through the menus. As you progress, you will unlock options that increase your vault capacity and give you more room to store gear. When you have upgrade points available, don't hesitate to head into the faction section and spend them on any upgrades you like. Every upgrade helps you overall progression, so there's no downside to investing in them as you unlock more options. Whether you're playing solo or with teammates, friends, or randoms, everyone might have different objectives in different parts of the map, so stay aware of your surroundings and be ready to move if you ever feel lost or unsure of what to do next. Remember that contract tells you where to go and what tasks to complete. And if you simply want to stop working on your current contract, the answer is simple. Head to an extraction site. Open your map and look for the Exfil icon. Pick one, follow the marker, and extract safely. Exfils spawn randomly, so if you don't see them right away, give the map a moment and check again. Once you activate an Exfil, stay inside the circle until the timer hits 0 to complete your run and secure everything you collected.